Corey. Thanks so much for stopping by. Today I am doing a start to finish Smashbook page in my large red Smashbook. And I want to apologize. I know I have been MIA from my YouTube channel for a little while now. I was diagnosed with cancer and went through 6 months of chemotherapy and a couple months of radiation and an abundance, a plethora of scans and testing and doctor's appointments and blood draws. So as you can imagine, that is so time consuming. And during this time, right, the week before I started chemotherapy, I unexpectedly lost my father and also moved twice recently. So things have been a little crazy, which I know we all have our own stuff to deal with, but I am getting back to good health and I look forward to reviving my YouTube channel again. So if you've been a subscriber for a while, I just want to say thank you so much for subscribing. And if you're new to my channel, I hope you consider subscribing to my channel. I love to do tutorials and Smashbooks. I do scrapbook pages. I like doing mini albums, journals, just kind of anything DIY. So I hope you'll stick around to my channel. And also, as I mentioned, I have recently moved. So my video setup in this video is maybe not perfect. So I'm working on that to get a better angle, and hopefully I'll have that fixed by next video. Here I'm showing you a cluster of stamps that I printed out digitally using my Mind's Eye collection, Find Your Wings and Fly. If they still sell that collection, I'll link it down in the description box just so you can see the specific collection. It is a great paper collection. So I chose one of the pieces, used some Felicity Jane digital stamps, and just printed them out. My printer supports a 12 by 12. It's an Epson Workforce 7710 printer, which I love. I don't believe that they sell the 7710, but they may sell the 7720. I'm not quite sure about that. So I added the story to the bottom. Again, that's another digital stamp, and just put the ones that I like that I thought went well together and clustered them up at the top, as you can see. I'm not measuring anything, I'm just kind of cutting things down, and I purposely left myself a little bit of border with that craft paper in the background. I thought it went well with the collection. I'm working with a 4x6 black and white photo, as you can see. That is a photo of my husband and my son. I love black and white photos, and a benefit to working with black and white photos is that you don't have to coordinate your paper collection with, if somebody was wearing a bright blue or pink shirt, you don't have to coordinate. But I love black and white photos in general. So I don't have many pieces of this collection. I did want to use it up, and I really love the colors in it. So I chose to go, I'm looking for something to go behind my photo, and I ended up choosing that yellow or gold chevron piece. And I decided with that piece to also pop it in my printer and print out Blessed Beyond Measure. That's actually a cut file from the online Silhouette store. Again, I'll link that down in the description box. It's a cut file, but I fill it with black and just print it out. And if you don't have a electronic die cutting machine, you don't have to have one. You can print it from Word or whatever program that you like to use. So again, I'm not measuring, I'm just kind of using my photo as a guide and cutting that down. I just wanted to make sure to have that digital stamp in the bottom. I love this blue piece. I didn't necessarily want to cut off the manufacturer strip on it. I thought that looked cute, but in the end I did cut it off because I thought it looked better just as a matting behind the photo without that. I love that blue in the collection. There are some 3x4 journaling cards in this collection, so I'm going to pick out a few of those and I'll end up trimming the excess around them before I tuck them in, but I do end up tucking those in behind my matting. I'm using a Fiskars paper trimmer. That has the wire guide, so it's so easy to work with, and if you get the titanium blades, they stay sharp for so long. So I just cut a couple of those. I'm just kind of putting things around to see where I like it. And this here is a tag that I saved, I want to say from clothing that my son had gotten in high school. I like to save certain things like that I think will look good at Smashbook pages, and that's why I love Smashbooks. I still do traditional scrapbooking, 12x12 scrapbooking as well, but Smashbooks to me are a little bit, little less rules maybe. I mean, there never has to be rules in crafting, but it just seems like there's maybe a little less rules to it. I love saving movie ticket stubs and things like that. You don't even have to put photos in a Smashbook. I like to use it like a scrapbook. I love putting photos, but you don't have to. You do whatever you want. Anything, your daily life, whatever makes you happy. And my Smashbooks get viewed a lot. I go through them. I've completed probably a half dozen Smashbooks already over the years, and when family comes over, we go through them. They're just really fun to look at. I really enjoy them. So this cut is from my Silhouette Cameo. Again, I'll link that down below. It's a very delicate cut, as you can see. I actually ripped off the L by accident when I was pulling it off my mat, but no big deal. I just glued it to the back of the other piece. And I'm doubling it up just to give it a little bit more stability, a little bit easier to work with. I ripped up that scrap piece of paper that I had. It was a used piece of paper that had writing on the back and stuff. I ripped that off and just pressed it down after I had added the glue. That way, if any glue seeps out, it gets on the paper, not my hands. So now I'm just using my ATG gun, adding my matting together. I'll add that onto that chevron piece here. And I'm going to go ahead and cut off the excess of that tag since I don't need it. I thought that tag looked cute. Once I add this piece on, I'm just going to kind of add a little bit of glue. I love that hot air balloon paper there, that scrap piece. I'm just going to add some glue to just kind of adhere everything together, get it where I like it. Once I'm happy with it, then I will add double-sided tape to it to adhere it to my main page or main piece of paper. I saw I had some excess on that, so I just cut the edge off that journaling card. And again, here's where I was referring to that I'm just going to kind of tuck things down. And once I'm happy with that, I will use the double-sided tape. I'm using some Miracle tape from Viva Las Vegas Stamps. Absolutely love this tape. It goes on sale. I have like a big sale once a year, so I always stock up. But I use this for my mini albums and pretty much everything. So I'm going to add it to my main piece as well. And what I like to do with this is take the release paper off the top of the page first. This way I can get it centered on my page, get it even. Once I'm happy with that, I press it down. Now I can remove the release paper from the rest of it. And I also add a little bit of wet glue into the center. I like to make sure everything's adhered down well. I'm never shy with my adhesive. So now I'm just going to place that down, get it where I want, make sure that the digital stamp at the bottom still shows. And here I didn't cut this bow out for this project. I already had it cut out, but it matched the paper collection perfect, so I wanted to add that. I always find an excuse to add a bow somewhere. And again, using that same scrap piece of paper to press that down once I've added the glue to my page, or to my die cut rather. If you don't have an electronic die cutting machine, you could always use stickers, or maybe thickers would look cute as well. I'm using some art glitter glue and adding the bow and then a blue enamel dot to the center. Once that dries, it adheres very well. Here, had I thought about it, I should have done this before I glued it down. I'm just adding some brown and white baker's twine to that tag, but it was easy enough. I just used my piercing tool to push it through, and then I used my tweezers to kind of pull it out the back. That baker's twine is from Tuesday morning. And now I'm adding some wood die cuts, little wooden hearts, super cute. I believe I got these from Amazon quite a while ago. If I can find them, I'll be sure to link them down in the description box. So I'm adding 3 of them there. Using a jewel picker to pick them up makes it a little bit easier. Again, using art glitter glue. I did pull out some white enamel dots to see if I wanted to add those, scatter those on the page, but I didn't like the look of them. Now I'm pulling out a stamp set, My Big Ideas, I think Me and My Big Ideas. And it's a planner stamp set, which I don't do planners usually, but I thought this stamp set would look cute, just for scrapbook pages or just anything. And I pulled out the I Heart This Place from it with some VersaFine Onyx black ink and a stamping block. And I'm going to stamp it off on that scrap piece of paper a couple times, being that I've never used it before. I just want to condition it and make sure I get a good impression. That's also the same reason I'm putting that self-healing mat behind my page, just to have some sturdiness behind it, so when I do stamp it down, I get a good impression as well. So I'm cleaning that up with a baby wipe. And that's all there is to it. I'll give you a close-up view of the page, and there are some photos at the end. There's also some more videos at the end of this that I hope you stick around for. And also, I have a sweet friend, Leanna, that gave me a few smash books that I will be doing in a giveaway. So stay tuned for that in an upcoming video. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope you have a great day.